assassin, hood cleaner, coming for your Rasta queen. Rape on the washing machine, no use to fight back. MMA, knock your nigga head like a KKK. Push your nigga mouth if you can't walk the talk. Smoke, me running, me running really, really fast. Ginger eye on the back of me black ass, chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Closing inch by inch, got me in a pinch. Modern day Scotty Rock a laundry lynch. Chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Oh, close, smoke, me running really, really fast. Ginger ire on the back of me black ass, chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Closing inch by inch, got me in a pinch. Modern day Scotty Rock a laundry lynch. Or you will get turned out. No, 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 no. Suck Sullivan, don't mess with his load, or you will get undone. Spinning round and round, bleeding on the ground. Scotty Rocker, laundry killer, no remorse in this beamer. Fabric assassin, hood cleaner, coming for your Rasta queen. Rape on the washing machine, no use to fight back. MMA, knock your nigga head like a KKK. Push your nigga mouth if you can't walk the talk. Smoke, me running really, really fast. Ginger eye round the back of me black ass, chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast.
What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? As usual, hope we're doing well. Excuse me. It is a Saturday night. No, Saturday night. What the fuck? It's a Friday night. It's a Friday night is what it is. And yeah, we're doing a Friday stream. I've just felt like streaming lately, is a thing. I felt like streaming and I felt like making content whenever I am able to. And the thing is, I still really can't do tons of content, but I can stream basically whenever the hell I feel like, so that is nice. But you ever jerk it thinking about HG every single night? Every single night, Ebenezer Lembe, watching on kick.com or TV or whatever the fuck that is. Also, what is going on, J Spike 96? Scott, did you wait for Alex B to turn off his stream or just coincidence? I took his stream down. Who do you think turned off his stream? Who do you think did that? It was me, of course. But yeah, I had a good day today. I went to the beach and then I went into Boston. Dude, I'm fucking pissed though. I went to a beach in Marshfield today, right? And Marshfield, I've heard it's like a really nice town, really nice beaches. The beach that I went to was dog shit. It was everything about it was just awful, covered in rocks everywhere. It was $35 just to park. It was like insane, Then I went to town over to Duxbury, and Duxbury was a much better beach, but I got a little bit of sun, and it is It's not hurting too bad up on the old bald spot up on the Norwood or anything like that, but I got a sunburn on my fucking feet, dude. My feet are don't get me wrong, they're not like killing me, but they are hurting a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, and it's kind of frustrating. But I got some Asian food in Chinatown in Boston tonight. I'm actually eating it a little bit. I'm eating a little bit of the leftovers right now. I have some lo mein. I got lo mein. I got Peking duck, and I got some crab rangoons. And I have to say, it was all very good. Excuse me one moment, but what's going on, smart moron? How we doing tonight? Hold on one second. I gotta check something. There we go. Does that give you ASMR, dude? Dude, my bald spot, the bald spot that's forming up here. I got to do something about this shit, bro, because I got a sunburn on it today. I don't want to show it. I don't want to show it to you. I don't want to show it to you. You probably saw it when I bent over to eat some food, but I got fucking color on my bald spot, bro. That is insane. I got I'm gonna be going to Brazil later this year. If not, it's probably gonna be very early next year. I have to set something up, bro, because look, it's like I said, I'll be bald. I don't want to go bald, and I have a little bit too much hair right now for me to feel like I can commit to shaving all of it off. Um, excuse me. I'd rather see if I can do something like hair implants or some other kind of procedure in a place where it's going to be a lot cheaper, like Brazil. I'd rather do something like that. But we're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, um, I don't have anything huge to talk about tonight. Truthfully, like I said, I just feel like streaming. I just want to hang out and talk to people about whatever happens to cross our minds. I'll probably check in on the camping stream again because that was actually kind of compelling. It was interesting. Oh, excuse me. I'm not autistic. I'm not autistic. Scott's mantra every day. Heck yeah, dude. I get up, I walk into the bathroom right away. Um, and I just look myself in the mirror and I say, I am not autistic. I'm perfect. I'm not autistic. I'm perfect. I'm normal. I'm normal. I am normal. I am normal. Hold on, I want to turn this up just a little bit because I feel like maybe the microphone is a little bit. Yeah, testing, testing, test. No, okay, all right. Yeah, the microphone's being a little bit weird. It's not bad. It's just I feel like it might be coming in a little bit quiet. I don't want it to be too quiet, but I also don't want to be screaming. I don't want to be screaming my ass off or anything like that. As a ginger myself, we can live in a state of perpetual sunburn, basically. Oh yeah, 100%. What's going on, Teddy Hitchcock? Watching on kick.tv. I should call you Teddy Hitchkick. Ha ha. Don't go out with the fam. They'll think you're one of the kids. Yeah, man, oh man. But yeah. I wanna see what everybody's up to, right? I want to see what everybody's up to on Kick because, like I said, that was the first thing that I took a look at, or the first thing that I took a look at. Excuse me. That was the first thing that I really like the first post or meta fish tank thing that I ever really paid attention to like that, and was actually really compelled by. There was something about all those people together. There was something about being able to kind of poke fun at Binks and Bashir and Landon. It's kind of interesting to me. So I do want to see how that I do want to see how that is going. Wait a fucking second, smart moron. The camping trip is over. They're going to the airport tomorrow. Fucking really? Why? Why is the camping trip over? I know they got swatted, but like, what's the story on that? I guess Alex is live right now. I guess Alex is live. Alex is live. Oh no, he just went offline 11 minutes ago. Okay. I was wondering why it went from a couple hundred to 19 people. I was I was over here, I saw it on the kick on the main page and it was like a couple hundred people and then I click and it was down to 19. I was like, "Oof, was that like a view botting glitch? Is that what happened? Oof. Yeesh." Geez Louise, geez Louise. I was hoping somebody would be live. Other than that, we just got Seth. We got Seth FM apparently is what we got going on, and it doesn't want to load up for some reason. But what's going on? Andrew Maness says, "Hey Scott, did Muay Thai sparring about an hour ago. That was a lot of fun. Worked on my head movement, slips, rolls, and pulls. At one point, I caught the guy's rear kick and did an MMA takedown. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, uh, yeah, fucking. I'm hoping I can get some rolls in this Sunday. There's an open mat that I'm hopefully gonna be able to get to this Sunday. I wanted to go last Sunday, but something came up. I had to do something with the wife. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get some training in. That'd be nice. Here's the big drama. Landon released a document about his relationship or lack thereof with Vimp, Bert's TTS voice. So to get around it, he'll say the TTS himself. So were people trying to fuck with Landon via um were people trying to fuck with Landon via Bert's TTSs and everything like that? If so, I don't see why that would be something that would end the stream itself or end the camping trip itself. That sounds a little bit weird. There's got to be a little bit more to it than that. There's got to be more to it than that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you're bullshitting me, smart moron. I think you're full of shit. I want to like. Is anybody else live right now? No, no, nobody is live. Banks is offline. Gypsy Boys is offline. Fucking Mizzy's offline. Man, I was hoping I could send more TTSs to Binks because it's fun to make her blush. It's look, I'm not trying to be mean here necessarily. It's just funny to see the reaction. It's funny to see the reaction is what it is. But unfortunately that's not the case. Maybe I'll have to flirt with Seth. Maybe I'll just have to flirt with Seth here is what I'll have to do. I think this is what he's watching right now is open season on Kick, so I don't even know that I can get away with showing that. I think he's got a couple of things, couple of overlays that are meant to try and trick any kind of AI, any kind of algorithmic detection. But the thing is, I don't know how well that's going to work for YouTube or anything like that. Not that you even need that for Kick. Kick doesn't have algorithmic copyright detection or anything like that. It doesn't have a DMCA system. It just kind of is like a free for all. But the trade-off is you could be in danger of getting sued if you like you personally are in danger of getting sued if you were to like show something and somebody was to take offense to it. um got my rolls in this morning, worked on a good side control escape. Good for you, man. Good for you. Fucking. So Bert is constantly saying the most brutal TTS because his TTS voice isn't working until Landon snapped and crashed out, and Bert was doing an impression of Vimp getting fucked by other guys. Wow. That is pretty rough. I did message Landon with a joke, kind of trying to, cheer him up a little bit because the thing is I don't know too much about what's going on, but as a former sensitive young man, I do know how it feels to have one-itis for a girl, and like you think you just want to love her, and she's like rejecting that and everything like that. I know how it feels. I know how it feels. Everything gets better. You just got to let it get better, and that's true of a lot of things, including depression, which is probably what Landon probably like thinks he has now. Or what he thinks is going through right now, where it's like really depression doesn't exist. I'm making a video about how autism doesn't exist right now. I could do depression after that, but it doesn't really deserve that big of a video in the first place. Depression is just a combination of being spoiled or being very particular, and when you do not get that, you turn inward, right? You feel some kind of anger, or you feel some kind of sadness, or just some kind of negative emotion that you continuously just steer into instead of steering away from it. Most people, when they are sad, they don't want to be more sad, or even if they kind of get that way where they're like they just keep on turning into the sadness, eventually they turn away from it. They have a moment or a couple of moments where like some happiness comes into their life. um you know, they have a good time or something like that. But the thing is, when it comes to depression and when it comes to having one-itis, it's literally just a refusal to move on. So I think that's what Landon has to do. I think he just has to like fucking the answer isn't even to like try and get another woman or anything like that. But like some dudes, they try that, they try to rebound. But I don't think Landon needs girls right now. I think what Landon needs is to kind of just focus on making himself as attractive as he possibly can, and he will have no problem with the ladies. You know, nobody's that special except for me, of course, except for me. You know, everybody tells me I'm special. You know, the doctors, my teachers, my mom, everybody. So I'm the only special person in the world. But um, nobody's that special, right? Like I can't tell you how many times I've been like, but I'll never stop loving this girl, and oh my gosh, I'm never gonna love again, and blah blah blah. Like a couple months later, a couple months later, it's all good. Like I don't even fucking remember them half the time. But thank you very much, Dick, for the $10. Money for Peking Duck. Onry. You know, spent on OnlyFans. Thank you very much, Dick. I don't know why the TTS is not working. Why is the TTS not working? That is pretty weird. Pretty weird. Let me see if I can make that work. Almost seems like nothing's working. Oh, for some reason the video capture device is all the way up here. So I need to take away this thing. I need, sorry, this thing. Yeah, right there. For some reason, the TTS. I want to see if I can make the TTS thing work because it's supposed to fucking work. I don't know why it's not. I'm gonna test it out real quick. I want to see what happens. Yes. What the dude? Yeah, it doesn't. Why is it not? Why is it not doing anything? Why? Why is it not doing that, dude? What the fuck? Dude, what the fucking fuck, dude? Dude, what the fuck, man? Um, why? No, really. Did they fuck around with TTSs or something like that? I don't know why, but thank you very much, Dick, for the $10. I appreciate that. It should have played the TTS. I don't know why it is not doing that. I'm gonna see if I can look into that like real quick, like real quick. But I gotta be honest with you, I'm not even sure because it seems like they changed some stuff around because I don't have the option to utilize the TTS thing anymore. Um, huh. Huh, 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 huh. Donation. Oh, what the fuck? Maybe it's in advanced? No, browser settings. Uh, yeah, that is frustrating, bro. Again, I'm sorry about that, dude. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, fucking A, dude. Fucking A. It just straight like I can't see where to make the TTS thing go. I'm gonna have to look into that. You know, not that many people donate to me in the first place. Even when people do donate to me, it's usually through super chat anyway. But like I want like that's supposed to be one of the fun things about going through the Streamlabs is that you will get a TTS. You know, so I apologize for that, Dick. Again, thank you very much for the 10. I'm gonna Google that on my phone right now, not because I think I'm actually gonna be able to fix it, but because I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can get going with that. Streamlabs TTS. Um, yeah. So apparently, oh, well, you know, I think I got to do it later. I think I got to do it later. I'm sorry, man, but thank you very much, Dick. Uh, No worries about the TTS reading. It was just as good. Money for Peking duck ornery. You don't spend on ornery fans. Hell yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Um, let me read through that whole thing though. So Bert is constantly saying the most brutal TTS because his TTS voice isn't working until Landon snapped and crashed out, and Bert was doing an impression of Vimp getting fucked by other guys. This caused Landon to spiral hard about how he feels used, about how he's constantly the butt of the joke, and even snapped at James. It was rough. Oof. He released the Vimp document because it got leaked. Vimp was having autistic Discord e-sex with other men, and the document he made about Vimp is really pitiful and sad, to be honest. Yeah, like I'll be I'll be honest with you. Like when it comes to women, you gotta have sort of like a easy come, easy go attitude. I'm not saying it wouldn't hurt if something happened between me and my wife, but like if something did happen between me and my wife, I'm not gonna I'm not it's not gonna be like I'm not gonna drag that shit out or anything like that, right? And you have to have that like this new age like you're supposed to cry on your wedding day, you're supposed to get down on both knees and beg type shit. Like no, you shouldn't emasculate yourself for a woman because for one thing that's abusive, and then for another thing it's also it doesn't get you women. It doesn't get you the respect of a woman. It doesn't even get you the appreciation of a woman, you know? You can't be emasculating yourself for a female. That's not the way that works, you know? Um, it's insane, you know? But like I think Landon is just he's a little too in his own head, and you know, he's a little too one way about things. He wants to I think Landon is he's a little bit spoiled in the way that he views these things and the way that he thinks of these things and stuff like that and the way he does them, you know, and he's gotta fuck off. You know, and I don't mean that in like a mean way. I know that does sound mean, but he's gotta fuck off. That's what I needed back in the day. And when I fucked off, things got better for me in the female department. I'll be honest with you, you know. Believe it or not, at one time I was a not completely terrible looking dude. All right, okay. I wasn't the worst looking motherfucker you've ever seen, and I can be charismatic when I need to be. All right, but like fucking none of that. Like if you're gonna have one itis over a chick you knew for like a couple of days, it's like you're never gonna have any kind of success, and you're just gonna keep holding yourself back and everything like that, you know. Um, and that was my issue. You know, I followed a girl around for basically like the better part of like 3 or 4 years. Like we would go a couple of months where we might talk, and then a couple of months where we wouldn't. We might go like a whole year without talking, and then make contact with each other again. And don't get me wrong, she's a really nice girl. She put up with me in ways that she definitely should not have put up with me. But also like glad she and I did not end up together. I am glad that she curved me because I definitely did a lot better. You know, I love this chick, not that way, but I love this chick, really nice chick. Again, I appreciate that she tried to be as nice to me as she could, but it's definitely good that we did not end up together because I did better and I could do better, you know, which makes me sound like an asshole, but fucking whatever. Whatever, bro. What fucking whatever, dude, you know? Landon is genuinely one of my favorite fish, but it's been months. He keeps embarrassing himself to the point of becoming a lol cow. Alex B is less embarrassing than Landon at this point. Yeah, because at least Alex B is like in your face, fuck you about it. You can at least respect that a little bit. You can at least see that and laugh about it and be like, oh man, that's haha. Like that's why I like Alex is because it's so easy to get him to fly off the handle in that way. It's so fun to do. And it's yeah, he may not be much of a fighter, but he will at least tell you to fuck off, and that's funny and that's fun, you know. With someone like Landon, it's just like sad in sort of a way that you're like, ah, dude, fucking shut up, man. You know, and again, like I'm not even saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because that's what Landon needs. Is he needs to just fuck off. I don't know how old he is. I think he's in his like early to mid 20s. It's like, look, there's still time, dude. There's still plenty of time. You can do your thing. You know, it's all good. You ain't got to worry about it. You know, there's plenty of women out there. There's plenty of women out there, you know. Especially you take care of yourself. Unlike what I'm doing right now, eating my lo mein and my crab rangoons. You know, going bald on the fucking top of my head. But then again, for me, it doesn't matter because I'm fucking married. You know. Landon was the one on season 4 that needed the type of help that Sam gave in earlier seasons. He would have benefited from some Sensei Scott sessions too. Oh yeah, I bet he would have, you know. The thing is, like, I'm sorry, one sec. A situation like that is tough because someone like Landon does not get the way he is because his parents were good and his teachers were good and his friends were good if he had friends. Someone like Landon does not get to be the way he is because women treat him right and everything like that. He is the way he is because of the fact that he was failed on multiple different occasions in multiple different ways by a multitude, excuse me, of different people is just the truth, right? I guarantee you there is something, even if he doesn't realize it, there is something, and there's probably multiple major things that happened or didn't happen that caused him to become the way he is, right? And it's tough because everybody is a little bit different. And there's people in situations that you can get through to them in some ways, but then in other ways you're not going to be able to get through to them, like, and people don't know how to actually talk to others, you know. Like, I think what I needed, and I say I think because I'm not 100% sure, I think what I needed was somebody who would be kind, and somebody who would try to help me to understand the way the world works and the way that I am going wrong without it being some kind of like fuck you, you suck kind of situation. A lot of people think they're just doing tough love is what they think it is. A lot of people think it's just like, I'm giving him the talk that he needs. That's right. That's right. I'm giving him I'm giving him the kind of treatment that he needs. It's tough love. He needs to know he can't be doing that type of stuff. And it's like all that quote unquote tough love is just abuse. It's just further abuse. It's just like pushing the kid further and further into the shell that he has created for himself. And whenever he comes out of that shell, he's gonna be even more fucked up because you made the shell even smaller and smaller on him, you know? And I say I think I needed that because like there were situations where somebody tried to give me that, but I didn't believe them or I didn't take it, you know? But then again, I also didn't really have anybody who I felt that I could respect and love in that way, you know? Um, I was mostly just tolerated. So I don't know how I would have reacted if I had somebody who, like, you know, the way Sam and me, I guess, kind of sort of took, like, say TJ under their wing, or you know, there's been other circumstances, or like an airsoft fatty kind of situation, right? I don't know, like, if 15-year-old Scott, if 16-year-old Scott had Sam as like a mentor, I don't know if I would have been a lost cause or not. I might have, but then again, I might not have. I do think Landon, you know, he could go in either direction. Excuse me, he could go in either direction the way he is, you know. Um, the bottom line is like nobody really knows how to handle people like that, and it's not anybody's job to be able to do so. You can't blame someone for not knowing what to do or how to do it, but you definitely can blame somebody who is like, oh, this is what this kid needs, and then they just like abuse the fuck out of him more and more, you know. That's something that you know, I've been doing a lot of soul searching and I've been doing a lot of thinking about what's gone wrong over my life, specifically in the first 20 or so years, because the first 20 or so years of my life were not very good, if I'm being honest with you. And one of the things that I really just needed was for like my parents, especially, but people in general, to just like fuck off, to just like back off, to chill out, to ask me what I needed, to ask me what I thought and what I was trying to do, and to just tell me without fucking yelling at me and calling me useless and all this other shit, just telling me, hey, this is what I want out of you, this is what I need out of you, in a way that's not like, and you better do this and you better do that, and here's my expectation for you, buddy. Like, without that, you know, if I had just had somebody who was like just fucking nicer, dude, who was just like genuinely kind. If I had somebody who was like that, I probably would have turned out a lot better than I did the first 20 years of my life. But I didn't have that. I didn't have that from anybody, you know? And it's really unfortunate, you know? It really is unfortunate. I'm a classic case of somebody who slipped through the cracks and was wasted talent. You know, I was very good at baseball. I do believe I could have made it to the MLB. If not, I would have been playing like high farm league. I would have been like, you know, double A, triple A, you know. I do believe that I had that ability to. I was that good of a third baseman specifically. I was damn good at first base. I wouldn't have bothered with pitching. You know, my dad wanted me to be a pitcher. He pushed me like crazy to be a pitcher, but you know, no. I wasn't bad at bat either, you know. But bottom line, like you only get one chance to raise a child, right? And a lot of people don't know how to raise a child at all, and because of that, they just keep like it's like poking someone with a sharp stick to try and get them to do what you want, you know. And the reason I explain this is because I feel like maybe Landon is probably in about the same situation. You know, he's probably got a little bit of that going on too. It wouldn't surprise me. Man, yeah, I checked. He's 22. Yeah, fucking, you know, 22 years old is still very young. It's not that young. It's not that young. You got to get your shit into gear, you know? That's about the time I started getting my shit together. Was 22 years old. A couple of things happened in my life and I realized that I needed to get on the straight and narrow. Not even just cuz I was like, I'm going to be a nobody for the rest of my life, but because like my health was not doing that well. Um, Not that it's doing great right now, but like before I ended up how I am now, I was in like crazy good shape. Um, but you know, that's another story. But like my health was not doing so well in a couple of different ways, and because of that, I knew like, okay, I got to quit weed. I got to eat better. I got to work out. I got to go to a job and not get pissed off that I have to work for a living and quit or get fired. I have to take this work thing serious, you know. I have to save money. I have to invest. Like that's about the age I started getting my shit together. And as a result, it's a little bit this, but it was also just the fact that like I was away from all the stressors, and because of that, I had time to decompress and think about shit for once. But like I calmed down and I started to get better with like socialization and everything like that, you know? And Landon's at a point in his life, like 22 years old. I guess he was a janitor or something like that. It's unfortunate that he quit that job. I did see that, but like, there's other janitor jobs you can get. Working for a town is not a bad gig. People will sit there and they'll be like, "Fucking loser." Da da da. Great benefits. Pay keeps getting better and better. Like that's a good gig, bro. If you don't have anything else going on and you're not sure what to do right now, like being a janitor is great. He should definitely go back to that if he can, either the same place or somewhere else. Um, and he should just like try and figure himself out. You know, that's all he's got to do is just figure himself out, remove himself from whatever fucked up situation is causing him to be unable, excuse me, to um do what he needs to do, right? But then in addition to that, excuse me, in addition to that, you know, just try to build himself up. You know, that's what he's got to do. Um, he was moping for most of the day. Oh boy, oh boy, what's going on, WH? What's going on, smart moron? I already said hello to you, smart moron, but hello again. What's going on? Yeah, buddy. What is going on? Absolutely on point. I relate to Landon. I just had someone who pulled me out of my shell in my teens. I still wonder if I would have, how I would have been without them. Exactly. You know, exactly. I unfortunately didn't have somebody like that, you know, and it made me a sucker, you know, it made me naive as well. And that is unfortunate. Ooh, man. Oh, man. Um, Does anyone have video of the crash out? If I If I look on like the fish tank hashtag, will that come up? I'm curious. Sorry, I'm just looking around right now, trying to figure out about a couple of things. Jeez. I guess Kato's in the hospital or something like that. My little heart is going boom, boom, boom for 2 days straight and can't see straight, and I feel like I'm dying. I miss my cats really bad. Damn, hope she's doing all right. I was a little upset because she unfollowed me on Instagram, and I have no clue why. It's like I don't like. I understand somebody unfollowing me on Twitter because I kind of post politics there sometimes. Like Greg is definitely bothered by the fact that I get a little political on Twitter, which is why he unfollowed me. And he even mentioned something about that because Greg kind of can't help himself a little bit. When I was gonna stream with him and James Drake, he was like, "Yeah, Scott's a good guy. He likes to post some stuff on Twitter sometimes, but he's a good guy." He said that right in front of me. I was like, haha, yeah. I just kind of was like, I don't even know what to say to that. you know. But yeah, like I don't see why someone would be like, no, I don't want to follow Scott on Instagram. So that hurt a little bit. That hurt. But I hope Kato's doing okay. I also just realized she privated her account as well. So maybe I shouldn't have said that. My bad, Kato. But I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing all right. Um, Yeah, just hashtag fish tank live, and it's all with Bert. Gotcha. What's going on, LOEM 100? Um, like it sucks when you have a favorite and he keeps fucking it up, and you go on Twitter and the chat are calling him a pathetic, worthless retard, and then I feel like a moron for being a fan. Like it's really draining. I mean, I get it. You don't want to see your boy continuously fail. You don't want to see your boy keep falling off the wagon and everything like that. But maybe you're a little too into it if that's what's happening. Hashtag fish tank live, fish tank lead live. Um, This guy is openly improved, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the fucking Bezo. Oh, no, I'm all good with that. I'm all good with that. Oh, man. Hold up. You see, like, what Landon has to look out for is a persecution complex, and I get it. Like, if somebody's fucking with you, oh, you know what? You know what I think it could be? Hold on. I'm gonna check something. Sorry, I'm, like, dicking around right now. Testing, 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 testing. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. That's I think that's immediately better. I think my microphone is immediately better. But um another thing you have to look out for is a persecution complex. Like, I get it. You're getting fucked with on Fish Tank Live, and it's about a topic that's a little bit sore. Me, I've had that happen before too. My situation was when Letty came in and she was trying to mog me, and she started talking about behind the scenes stuff. I felt that was a bit of a line cross, regardless of who talked about it. Who was like, hey, say this, whether it was Letty herself or if it was Jet and Ben going, dude, say this. It's like, I don't talk about behind the scenes stuff that I see. And I saw plenty of stuff with Letty behind the scenes on Blood Games that I'm not going to divulge because that would be unfair, right? I see a lot of things with a lot of people that I keep my mouth shut about because I'm not the kind of person to like throw shit out there. But also, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could. I don't want to because that's not the kind of dude that I am. But also, like, if you're going to throw behind the scenes stuff about me out there, don't be surprised if I do with you. In that moment, I kept my mouth shut because I was like, honestly, kind of caught off guard. But like, at that moment, I was like, oh, that's a bit of a line cross, I feel like. I think it was probably Jet and Ben telling her to do that, but like it's just you shouldn't do that, man. Plus it wasn't even true. Like, I didn't show up uninvited. I was asked to play the character that I was playing, and literally I never went into the room on camera unless they told me to do that. That is what happened, you know. But when it comes to like you see, I'm fucking. As usual, I start in one place and then I go to another, you know. Um the bottom line is like I understand, you know, I've been fucked with on camera and I didn't love the hell out of it, right? Um eh, and I've acted a certain way about it. I've said certain things, I've behaved a certain way. I didn't do it in public. I did it in private, DMs and things like that. But like you don't want to get a persecution complex, you know? It's Fish Tank Live. This is also Kick. Everyone's going to get egg on their face in some way, shape, or form. It's going to happen. And the more you sit here like, dude, that's not fucking cool. Fucking stop it, dude. Stop fucking with me, dude. Dude, I'm always the fucking dude. You were always trying to pick on me, bro. It's fucked up, dude. What the fuck? The second you start doing that, they're absolutely gonna let you have it. They are never gonna stop letting you have it. It is you've given them an opening. You know, you can't give them an opening like that. What's going on, Zach? I feel like that's what Fish Tank does. You get more attached to these people because you watch them so much and actually care. But I'm definitely being too parasocial, so I want to take a step back. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea. You know. Um, I think. Oh, I think Kato is trying to detach from Fish Tank stuff. She had some stuff go on with Jet as well. Really, what kind of shit? I think the Ellie thing got to her. Oh yeah, I'm sure it did. You know, Kato seems like a sensitive young girl. You know, uh, wildly off topic, so feel free to ignore. But did you catch any of the July Grand Sumo? Such a wild sport. Just curious to hear your thoughts on it. Sumo is interesting for the first few matches, and then I kind of get bored of it. I do enjoy it. I think sumo. Somebody mentioned sumo. I think last stream, sumo would be good for a challenge on Fish Tank. Because it's really easy to understand. It's kind of easy to get. It is a strength based challenge, but like it would read good on camera. It would play out good on camera. You know, I think they should consider something like that. They could even do the fat suit sumo. That's something that you used to see back in the day. They'd have fat suits, and you'd run into somebody else with the fat suit on, and whoever falls down first, they lose. You know, that's that would be fun on camera, you know? Fucking challenges for Fish Tank is not that hard. You just got to think for 2 seconds, you know? But anyway, what I missed, I was watching most of this AMA. If you need info, what AMA? What kind of AMA? Anyway, so let's see this. Oh fuck, man. Yo, if I'm sleeping on a couch and I wake up to Bert trying to remove anything that is touching my body, I'm swinging. I'm fucking swinging as hard as I can. I'm trying to break something on that dude. I fucking swear. Hold on. If I wake up in the middle of the night and in the darkness I see this head shape, everything I got in the tank, fucking everything. I am knocking this dude upside the head as hard as I can. I'm gonna leave a dent. Anybody else, it's like, aha, funny prank. Bert, no. No. I ain't taking that chance. Yeah, I figured that wasn't the right clip. I figured that wasn't the right clip, but you know, I just wanted to take a look at it. Oh man. Oh, ooh. Ouch. Ouch. Oh. Oh, hold up. I have to listen to this again because you guys couldn't hear.
Here's the acting challenge. 3, 2, 1. I'm Vimp. I'm so in love with these 10 Discord guys. They're so cute, adorable, and nerdy. Yeah. Oh, Landon. Landon. I'm gonna get fucked right now by all your enemies. I'm gonna have them run a train on me. Oh, oh my god. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god, your dick's so much bigger than Landon's. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. All right. Here's the acting challenge. 3, 2, 1.
I don't think that would even piss me off. I think it'd just gross me out, you know? Like, there's something about Bert that's just, like, viscerally gross to me, and that's kind of why I'm so hard on him. Like, I understand everybody looks a little bit differently, you know? Not everybody can be 100% Aryan Chad like me, all right? Okay, I get it. But, like, I think it's the eyes and the tone, plus everything has to be about sex. That's really, I think, what it does for me with Bert. Bert did his job well. I mean, yeah, you know, he killed it. He killed it, and that's the fucking problem. That's the problem. See Bert streaming with James Drake and funny. Oh, hold up. Sorry, one sec. See Bert streaming with James Drake and funny posts about him talking shit about Blaine's mom. Open kick, he's not streaming. See, he's been kicked or WTV. Is that whatever? He was too mean. Open Bashir's stream. Bashir, Binks, James Drake singing Wonderwall. Immediately leave. Oh yeah, fuck that. We don't even gotta. Huh? Why? Hello there. Why? Hello there. Yeah, fuck him. This is like. Hold on? I gotta switch to the latest. I gotta switch to the latest is what I gotta do. What is going on here? What is going on here? It's annoying having to track shit down, you know. The camping trip ending scene. W. James and Ben. What is this? Wonderwall. Oh, is that all it is? They're just gonna sing. Everyone sings, then Binks heads home. Binks heads home. Where's home? Aren't they in Texas? I thought she was a Florida gal. Where's all the fucking Bert's chat asks if Vimp has interest in Blaine. She's not, and she's a born again virgin. I would expect somebody like that to say something like that. I can't find any good what's it called? I can't find any good fucking not chats. I can't find any good fucking clips. Excuse me. I'm looking for the clip of like specifically Landon flipping out at whoever, you know, and I can't seem to find him. Bert said him buying drugs was a bit, and he didn't run to the bathroom because he's scared of the police as a black man in America. Yeah, sure. Just search hashtag fish tank live, Bert. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll do what you want. I'll do what you're asking for. I'm seeing mostly the same shit. Man. Okay, good. I was saying Bert's chat claims they found Blaine's mom on cream pie forums. Bert immediately shoots that down. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know that he is you know. That's good to know that he is you know. It's good to know that his mom is not actually on that, you know. Is that fucking oh man. Bert getting nailed with some fucking paintballs. Yo, they really did light him up, bro. They let him have it, dude. Holy shit. I probably would have stopped after the first two, you know? It's like, damn. For real, James Drake is the man, but as far as season 4 Fish Tank goes, anything without Bingo Bongo is boring. Yeah, I mean, I don't really pay attention to anybody, you know? Like, I don't know what's going on with everybody, but I saw some stuff on on Twitter that seemed interesting. So I figured, fuck it, I'll check this out on stream last night. And I planned on doing a little bit more of that today. I was going to send another TTS to Binks because it's fun to speak Spanish to her and see her reaction, but like, apparently everything's over, you know. Apparently everyone's just like, yeah, fuck it, you know. He was bleeding after this. Damn, that's crazy. that is fucking wild, bro. Did you see the clip of Bert calling Ellie? I did, you know, man. Oh man, that's crazy. You know, that got me thinking about like the impermanence of life, which is such like a gay thing to say, but like since I've been spending time around my parents' house because all my shit's here right now, like every night that I don't have work the next day, every night off that I have, I go for a late night walk. And a lot of the time it's either around my old neighborhood or it's just around town. And I have walked all of the old paths that I used to take. I've gone to all the old places that I used to go to regularly. And just walking around my old neighborhood, especially, it's like strange because I call it my neighborhood, but it's not really mine. Like, I'm just somebody who grew up here. There's new kids that spend time here. They don't do the same stuff that I was doing back in the day, but like I see them outside on their front yards or riding bikes around in front of their houses and things like that, you know? And it's just like, man, like it is strange, and it's like it's obvious. It's like, okay, like, you know, fucking everybody gets older, everybody's got to move on, all this other stuff, blah blah blah, but it's just like, dude, fuck, like this is not my neighborhood. Damn. You know, and the reason why I say that is because like what that made me think of was that phone number that has Ellie's voice on it is eventually going to be reassigned, probably 6 to 8 months from now, maybe a year from now. That phone number will be reassigned to somebody new. And someone like Bert could call that number and somebody might pick up, and it's not even going to be a woman. I'm sure Bert would be pretty happy about that one, but um, it's going to be somebody completely different. You know, you're not going to have a voicemail and it ends up being Ellie's voice and everything like that. And that's a really, it's a sobering thing to think about. It's a sobering thing to think about how life goes on. And you know, whether you live or die, it's gonna keep going. So why don't you live? Because you never know what's gonna happen, and you might as well make the most of it. You know. I don't know what Ellie was going through. I don't know what was going through her head. I don't know how she felt about, you know, the whole situation or anything like that. Um, but you know, it really is you know, it's a waste of life, you know, doing what she did. I'm not calling her a waste of life, but like, you know, it is a waste of life to kill yourself, and it's unfortunate because, you know, like she could have experienced so much more, you know. We're all gonna die someday. Why do it sooner rather than later? You know, we all got time to. Shit. Um, bro, how wild is that shit? I would honestly recommend against revisiting like that. I think nostalgia is dangerous. Yeah, nostalgia is fun, but it definitely is dangerous. And the reason why I'm so hopped up on nostalgia right now is because I am stagnant. My life has stagnated, and I'm getting ready to make some pretty big moves that are going to push me forward. But I am in a place where I mean, I've stagnated. Excuse me. I don't have anything really that great going on. I'm stuck doing things that I don't really want to do that much, and I am not as successful financially as I probably should be. So because of that, I am looking back to other times in my life where things were going better for me, where there was a certain zest, there was an enjoyment that I got that I do not have anymore. And that's what's happening. That's what's going on. And then also, there is, in my opinion, a useful part of it where it's helping me to kind of think about some of the things that happened and come to terms with them a little bit more, come to terms with like the complications that I created for myself, in addition to just trying to move on from the complications that other people created for me. And just accept that, like, yeah, some bad shit happened, but you know what? I had some good times too. And I mean, I can think about all the bad times all the time, but why don't I think more about the good times? You know, it really depends on how you utilize it. I read once that being a part of a neighborhood isn't necessarily being a part of its present, but being able to come back and say so and so was there, this was that, etc. Yeah, yeah, like literally, like I know, like I have a crazy good memory. My memory is like insanely good. I'm always just making connections and things like that, and that helps me to recall information. I can walk around my old town and I can point to random houses and be like, "Oh yeah, this person from school lived there. I remember that guy lived there. This person, oh yeah, that dude lived down that street. I remember in this building there used to be a this, right?" Like, I remember a lot more information than I probably should, you know? But that's just the way it is. Um, yeah, I do that a lot. I like walking around my neighborhood in town at night. Hell yeah, night walk gang. Night walk, gang gang. Night walks are nice. It's nice to be able to move around while everybody else is sleeping. I would do one of those tonight, but by the time I'm done with this, it's probably gonna, I'm probably not gonna have the energy, Probably not gonna have the energy. It's gonna be a little too late. I want to play some Fallout as well. I'm playing through Fallout 3. I'm really excited there's gonna be a new Fallout that's gonna be coming out within the next couple of years. I'm hoping it's gonna be sooner rather than later. And it's going to be an Obsidian made Fallout game, which I guess Obsidian has been really disappointing lately with all the DEI bullshit, but I'm hoping that because there are dudes that worked on the original Fallout, including Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine, he's semi-retired, but he is affiliated with Obsidian, and he will come back for certain consulting and stuff like that. For the first time since 1996, I believe it was when Fallout 1 came out, maybe it was 97, we could get Tim Kaine on a Fallout game, and that's fucking crazy good. That's awesome. you know I think it'd be awesome, because the thing is, Tim Kaine wasn't all about like politics, and I sense that he's still not all about politics. There is a political tinge to a lot of the stuff that he does, but it's not overt like hammer and sickle bullshit. And I'm hoping that it will not be disappointing in that way, if Tim Kaine does get to work on it. And then there's a couple other dudes from Interplay um, that have worked on Fallout that also work for Obsidian. Clean cut, yo. Thank you very much, Blitz Comment. I appreciate that. I don't know, regardless of the downside and nostalgia, I feel like there's an upside to it that helps you be grateful for the good times and the life we've got to experience. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, why wouldn't you want to remember good times, And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, New Karu 87. That's I'm not saying that's what you're saying. Um, but that's more of what I think of when I think about nostalgia. Um, but yeah, it's nice. Plus, it helps me to get a little bit of exercise in, going for a brisk walk. I walk really quick. I walk with purpose. So I do burn calories. My body's changing. I'm not losing weight, but my body's changing. I'm noticing my arms are bigger, my chest is bigger. I'm just looking bigger up top, and then you know, in the abdomen, I'm noticing that it's tightening up, and specifically underneath the pecs, it's starting to kind of like get smaller, you know. I got to keep on keeping on with it though, because I want to make sure that I am as light as I can be, because if there's one thing I'm tired of, it's not having any cardio. Like, that's the worst thing is like I got so fat that just walking up 3 flights of stairs to get to my old place, it was like I'd stop. I wouldn't have to stop necessarily. I wouldn't stop for a rest, but I would get up to the top, and like when I get up to the top, there's another like 20-foot walk that I have to take to the door of my place. And by the time I get there, I'm like, oh, oh, fuck. You know, it makes you wonder, like, how did Airsoft Fatty get that big? You know, like, shit, man, how does anybody get that big? It's wild, bro. It's fucking wild. Salient points, but I like simplification. I love the concept that you can't have your eyes on the rear view and the road at the same time. Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever works, you know, whatever works for you, you know. If I had something better to think about right now, I'd be thinking about it. But right now, all I think about is how I'm investing my money, and then also things that it's like I've already made the plan. I'm an extremely good planner. I'm like so good at planning. It's insane, you know. Like a lot of people don't know how to plan. Jeez, excuse me. I'm all fucked up right now. But a lot of people don't know how to plan, right? Or they're just not good at following a plan. You know, they just kind of wing it all the time. I'm a very good planner, and I'm very good at following a plan. I make an efficient plan, and then I follow it to a T. And that's why I usually don't have many complications in my life, you know? Like, at least I don't create complications in my own life. I'm very good at keeping myself out of situations like that. But like, because of that, excuse me, because of that, I'm just waiting to implement the plan is all that's going on, you know? Excuse me. Wave check on Scott. Hell yeah. Men specifically get wider as they get older. Even twinkish guys like Leonardo DiCaprio develop these really wide heads in their later years. Heads? What do you mean heads, dude? What do you mean heads, bro? Dude, my head's already fucking square. I don't need it to be a rectangle now. Jeez. No, but I'm definitely wider. Like, I'm definitely just bigger and bulkier. You know, I'm built a little bit. I'm built different. I'm built different, bro. You know. Let's keep on looking for that. Let's keep on looking for that. I want to see if we can find it. But honestly, like, I'm not seeing anything crazy. I want to see Landon flip out at Bert is what I want to see. But unfortunately, nothing is going on right now. Oh, okay. What the hell's going on here? What the hell is this?
2, 1, go! There you go, Bert.
Oh, what do they got? What do they got to fight for the ball?
Oh, he lost it. Get him, Bert. Get him, Bert.
Oh man.
Don't let him put it in the. Don't let him put it in there, Bert.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Bert.
Don't let him put it in there, Bert. You put it in there, Bert. Put it in there. Put it in there, Bert.
Fight it, Bert. Fight it, Bert. Woo!
Put it in him, Bert. Shove it right in. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Come on now.
Sheer gonna get it?
16 for Sheer.
Oh, ooh, we got him.
Woo! Dude. That's the fast W. That's what's up.
Interesting. Interesting. Bert asked the paintball instructor his shoe size. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
yes. I wanted to know what your shoe size was.
Move on.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I ain't telling you shit, bro. Get out of my face. Yeah, like I'm not seeing Landon flip out at Bert. You know what I'm gonna do instead? Hold on one sec. Sorry, I gotta fucking figure this shit out. I got too much shit in front of me right now. I'm trying to stream and eat. Oh. Okay, all right. Okay, I think we got one. Here. Okay, let's see. I think we got one of them here. All right, let's go. Bert ruined the vibe of James Drake's wholesome summer camp. He did, didn't he? That
Well,
bastard.
I said last night, I would fuck the shit.
Shut the fuck
My. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Bro.
No, Bert, stay.
That's my.
Take it outside.
That's mine.
No.
Take it outside.
No.
Take it out fucking inside.
Okay.
James. Take it outside.
Landon, stop. Out the fucking way. We're not gonna do anything. What's going on, dog? What's going on? I'm good, thanks. I'm alright. I'm a fucking baby. What's going on?
Bert didn't shut up. He kept on reading the TTS.
What did the TTS say? Are you playing to him like always? Are you fucking saying something vile to him?
I'm not.
Yeah, that means yes. Are you disrespecting him in a horrible way?
I don't mean to.
That means yes. You don't mean to. Quit listening to chat. Turn it off. Quit fucking disrespecting people that piss off people's family lives. Or I will knock your teeth off. Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage uppercut style. Stop! I don't give a fuck if the cops come. I will knock you the fuck out.
I will knock you the fuck out. Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage style. You're just jealous I'm rich. I'm rich. You're just jealous I'm rich and you gotta work as a janitor.
No, this is not coming down.
I got all the money I could ever want, and you gotta wake up at 6 a.m. every day.
I was on the season. He'll do anything his chat tells him to do.
I was on the scene, and he'll do anything the chat tells him to do. It's just so fun pretending to be Alex.
The fucking leader. Dude, do it again. I'll beat you up for landing.
Peace out, new crew.
I'll take the cup, bitch.
Have a good night. Oh man,
Love me.
that's fucking hilarious, Alex. At the end, I gotta find more. I gotta find fucking more, dude. Like, Landon's such a damn simp, bro. But Bert and James laughing right here made me laugh so much. Laughing about what? You see, I'm finally finding some
Okay.
shit.
I'm not a content person, man. I'm a people person.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. So I shouldn't.
Ta-da.
No, you should not.
Go make some content inside.
Go make content anywhere else.
Oh yeah, that's Carolina, right?
Human being, you can come back out here, but until then,
Okay. Yes. What does this say? Yes. I'm sorry. Fuck. Sorry, there's so much shit. Okay.
What the fuck was that? All right, I gotta. Was that the crash out? I gotta find the crash out, dude. I gotta find the fucking crash out, man. I'm not finding it. Bert recruits Diamond the Barbie for advice about how to deal with the longhouse. Diamond instantly Venmos him money to troll Landon. Aw, man, what a bitch. Bert is filming shit. Whoa. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, I'm gonna search Landon instead because I'm sure Landon. I'm sure that'll come up. Use the hashtag and just put Bert Landon. That's probably a good idea. I was thinking about that. Like maybe I should do Bert Landon, but you know, Bert Landon. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the same shit. I'm gonna search Landon crash out after that, but we'll see what happens. Landon blows up on Bert and chat for okay, all right. Here's one. Let's see. They cucked that Diamond was getting birthed to buy Landon a baba and a rattle and shit. Oh man, they cucked that content too. Oof.
Okay. Landon? I'm sorry, it's hard to see. Where is he?
He's right here.
Oh, okay. Landon,
Not for stream, man.
Oh.
Like a sincere apology.
Alright, should I turn the stream off?
I don't care.
This is your apology.
Oh, okay, okay.
You owe him an apology.
Alright.
I'm not gonna fucking cut you out from your KPP.
Okay. Landon, I apologize for the way that the acting challenge made you feel. I was just like following the acting challenge request that someone sent to TTS, but I didn't realize they'll make it
And
this.
that's why I don't get Bert.
Yes.
You had to listen to TTS all the fucking time.
Okay.
Mimi, for once, think about how other fucking people feel when you do shit like that.
Okay.
Do I really need the fucking thought that I'm already fucking dealing with that she fucked multiple guys behind my back?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you this upset. I really feel bad about it. Okay. I'll ignore any TTS or messages that are designed to make you feel bad.
I didn't come out here to be a fucking, woo! Let's make light of the fucking joke.
Whoa.
About everything.
What?
I already have that enough through my own chat, through TTS. Hell, maybe
He is toasted, isn't he? He is fucking. He is toasted, isn't he?
Just what? To end up looking like the goddamn joke to everything.
He's toasted, bro. He is definitely.
Someone sent her a message, but I'm hesitant to read it. Okay. It says, "Hey Bert, Frazzle Drip here again.
I did not come here just to be the joke of everything. I don't know. Maybe I could do a good Landon. But I'd have to really practice him.
Sad that Landon is so upset right now. Please let him know that me and Vimp are starting a polycule, and he's welcome to join."
Quit it.
Oh.
I'm really the real Frazzle Drip, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that is my point! That is my entire fucking point!
Okay.
If it's not your chat, it's their fucking chat! It's your chat as well! As much as you censor it, filter it, it still comes through. No matter what.
I love how nonchalant Bert is. He's like, oh yeah.
To everyone.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Besides the people who I consider as fucking friends. And that includes you.
Oh. Okay.
Bro, don't.
So people say they can't see.
I don't care.
Turned off. Okay.
This is not for chat. It's not for stream, bro.
Okay.
No, let Lana be the fucking, I don't know, whatever religious fucking leader.
Is he from like the Midwest, like the upper Midwest? Is he from like Wisconsin or Michigan or something like that? Don't you know? I'm not gonna lie, like was that a little entertaining? I guess, but I kind of envisioned a bigger crash out. I kind of envisioned a different kind of crash out. Is what I envisioned. I'm not loving how that went. But I mean, hey, look. I hope Landon's all right. I hope Landon does well, but it's like I said, he's got to get over himself, man, like he's got to get over himself to get over the he's got to get over himself to get over the one-itis, because it's very clear that he is just sensitive and he wants to have things a certain way, and maybe a little bit spoiled. Um, whether he was spoiled growing up or not, like because of the fact that he's got that one-itis, it's not coming from a place of like, oh, I love this woman. It's coming from a place of like, I want this woman to love me, and those are two different things. Um, whether they dated or not, you should be trying to get over her as best you can. There's more women out there, and frankly, if I'm being honest with you, Vimp. Mm, mm, mm-mm. No. Nah. Vimp is not that Vimp is not that attractive, if we're just being honest here. She's got a wider jaw than me. She's got this like there's this chick that I've seen pictures of. I don't even want to be mean to her or anything like that, but she's kind of like a meme among like 4chan culture and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember her name. I can't remember her name, but she's got those like bangs that are cut like straight across and stuff like that. And she's got this very like squinted eyes, sort of like a Russian mongoloid kind of look, right? Like that's kind of like the phenotype, is that like Slavic Mongol look. Um, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what her name was. Somebody explained it to me one day because I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" But yeah, like she's got kind of that like Russian Mongol look, that like the worst of both worlds. You get like the dysgenic like post World War II Soviet, like this is the genes. These are the genes that got left behind after all the good looking people died at Stalingrad type shit. When Barbarossa came to town and killed all the Chads, that was what was left over. Yeah, and like just like the ugliest like Mongol like horseback rider you've ever seen. That's kind of what Vimp's got going on, if I'm being honest with you. And I feel mean for saying that. That's definitely a mean thing to say. She's never done anything wrong to me, but also like, there was apparently some treachery afoot. And like I said, as a former sensitive young man myself, I don't like seeing sensitive young men have that one-itis and like cry over it and shit like that. This is the support Landon needs. Oh yeah, like I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like that's what I needed to do when I had my one-itis over this like poor fucking girl that I like followed around and harassed for like years. Like she was a victim of me, like she was a victim of my poor behavior, right? Looking back at it, like I didn't know how to act, and I thought that I was doing the right thing. I thought that I was doing an okay thing. um but like overall, I needed to get over myself, and so does Landon. you know it just is what it is. Women not being a 10 out of 10 is doing something wrong to me. Very, very, very true. Very true, Blizz comment. If you're not a 10 out of 10, I take that as a personal insult. Vimp is a strange Slavic creature from ancient myth. Yeah, and is she actually Slavic, like fresh off the boat from Eastern Europe? Is that what she is? Is that what that is? Because I'm pretty sure I heard that. I've never actually heard her talk. I've never heard her talk. I've only seen her a couple of times on screen. I saw her enough to be like, "Ugh, never mind. I don't think she's cute. Oh, excuse me. Uh, Landon uses the one wish willow on Vimp. Ooh, good fucking luck. He uses the one wish willow on Vimp, and she turns out to be like nice on the one wish willow. It's not that you're possessed by a demon. It's just that your personality shifts, so you're someone completely different than you used to be. And it turns out she's just like really nice. She is Moldovan from Moldova. Ah, interesting. Don't know much about Moldova. I feel like I might have known a guy years ago from Moldova. I think I might have had him on Snapchat. He was somebody that I met through the activism stuff, and he was a cool guy. I liked him. You know, he was a real cool guy, but we didn't really talk that much. I am curious here. I don't think we still have each other. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What? Oh, this is people it's telling me to add. This is not my friends. Okay. All right. Okay. That's good to know because I saw what looked like a porn account on there and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this, dude?" Yeah, oh yeah. His name was Misha. His name was Misha. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he was from Moldova, you know. Good guy. Good guy. I liked him. You know, he was one cool cat. I'm trying to remember who else I have on Snapchat. I am curious here. Man. Anyway, everyone keeps telling me to see Obsession, so I'll watch it when it comes home. Yeah, it is a good movie, you know. Is it the best movie you've ever seen? No, but it is one of the best movies of I'd say probably the last 5 to 10 years. I could say that easily. I like that it is unique and it's creative, you know, and it subverts a lot of horror tropes from the last decade or more. It's been about 15 years. I think it was Paranormal Activity that kind of popularized the jump scare meta that horror and suspense or thriller movies started utilizing to try and create tension. And they subvert that very well, where not only do they not use jump scares, but when there is a jump scare, they do it in a way that is not formulaic and you don't even if you kind of understand what might be coming, there's no way of predicting that it's absolutely going to happen when it does. So I really appreciate the hell out of that, you know. You can tell it was made by guys who really enjoy the craft and they really wanted to do something new and fun, and because of that I do enjoy the movie. I do think that the movie was a really good one. You know, it was a very good movie. It is a very good movie, you know. I would watch it again. I saw it in Maryland. That was one of the first things we did when we went to Maryland. There's this in I think it's Hanover, Maryland, right? There's this mall and I went there last year in 2025 with my sister-in-law and my wife because my sister-in-law briefly moved down to Maryland, and it's an Egyptian themed movie theater and it's like so fucking cool. It's nice. It's awesome. And since we were going to be in the area again, we were like, "Oh fuck, let's go see a movie there." And we just happened to settle on Obsession, you know, and it was a good movie. I had a gay old time is what I had. I had a gay old time. I had a Burt old time. I was Burting off in the movie theater. But anyway, oh, I already read that one. Fucking yeah. Man, I'm trying to remember what else to talk about. You know, like I'm trying to I'm getting more and more done with that autism video that I'm doing, and then I also have to start on that Scots Irish. Um, I also have to start on that Scots Irish video as well. But like I said, I'm debating paying someone to build a video from that from the ground up. I'm considering paying somebody to just like do the whole thing and whatever they need from me, I'll just do it because it's a passion project, you know. I know the video is not going to do that well. Even if it was like a video that would do that well on somebody else's channel, it's not going to do that well on my channel because my channel is just, you know, it's not in the algo. It's not in the algorithm. You know, it's just not hitting. Uh, but I am excited to get this autism video done because I'm researching more and more about autism as a topic, and I'm realizing that everything I say was figured out by the first people who really introduced autism in the way that we think of it today. Like there was this theory or this phenomenon called the refrigerator mother or the refrigerator parent theory, I guess you could say, right? And the guy who introduced what we would accept to be autism, I forget what the guy's name was. It might have been Leo. No, I don't think it was Leo. Hold on. I have it pulled up right in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can't find it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh no, wait. I think I have to hit search. Dude, you got to be fucking kidding me. R. What happens? Oh, so there's tons of R, right? Maybe it's freezer. No. So for some fucking damn it, dude, you got to be kidding me. All right. I'm sitting. Look, I'm not. I know it's in there. I'm not gonna sit here looking like deeply trying to find it because I'm just sitting here like fucking quiet. I'm just sitting here quiet. Hold on one sec. I got to adjust something here. I'm right here. I just wanna make sure I fucking close that. All right, we're good to go. But yeah, like basically whoever discovered autism or whoever decided to like introduce autism in the way that we did, the way that we think of it today, he made the observation that the children that he studied, they most of them had parents that were like shitty, that were just like cold, even like borderline abusive in some cases, and they were just like not affectionate. They were very logical, meaning like almost sociopathic about their children. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can find it because I will oh, okay. Other influential people were Leo Connor, who again was a Weimar era psychiatrist, excuse me, who fled to the US to escape something that they claimed was just poverty, but I'm not sure about that one. His big study would introduce modern autism to the psych field. Um, fuck, his big study, which would introduce modern autism to the psych field, was done on a sample size of 11 children. Not 110, not 1,100, just 11. And he even noticed that many of these 11 children's parents were exceedingly cold towards their children, as to imply that the kids were just victims of abuse or neglect. He walked back this statement later on, but I could find no real reason as to why people deny this as a possibility, aside from we don't want to make women sad. You know, it's crazy to see that shit. It's crazy to see that shit. You did a textual analysis, qualitative research. I don't know exactly what you mean by either of those. I'm not someone who deals in academic language and shit like that. Me, like, I'm still looking into it. I'm still looking into it bit by bit, right? And I'm even giving myself chances to be proven wrong. But the thing is, like, if you Google autism test or like anything like that, you'll find this. Like I wrote down, there is no physical proof of autism being real that is replicable at scale. The two studies that I found by Googling include one with a sample size of 30 people total, and only about 12 of them had autism, and one from May of 2026, which claims brain scans found two different types of autism, but only about 25% of autists had it for some reason. And for some reason, and for some reason, they compared the brain scans to mice bred for quote unquote autistic traits, which sounds pretty convoluted and stupid to me, if I'm being honest with you. You know, um, it's the more you look into it, the more you realize it's like worse than you could have imagined. You really are. It really is worse than you could have imagined. You researched what was already researched to help further develop the field. You are developing a theory of mind. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. The bottom line is autism doesn't actually fucking exist. And it's people are being abused over shit like that. I could read more stuff. I might. I saw Wolf of Wall Street I can't talk right now, it's because I got home so late and I'm tired and I'm kind of like rushing and stuff like that. So it's almost like it's a Tuesday or a Thursday, even though it's a Friday night. So I apologize if I'm a little all over the place. I'm getting mush mouth and everything like that. But um, I saw Wolf of Wall Street for the first time yesterday. It was gay. It was gay too. I didn't mind Wolf of Wall Street. It wasn't a bad movie. I had a good time with it, but yeah, it definitely wasn't the best. I remember it being like crazy big when it came out, and it's like, yeah, I don't know if it deserved that much fanfare. Qualitative research like asks. Oh, qualitative means research like asks for opinions. Quantitative research is that asks yes or no, 1 to 5 or 1 through 5 questions. I mean, I understood that. It's just I wasn't sure like I wasn't sure what the context that he was like trying to use that in exactly. Studies generally need a minimum sample size of 50, by the way, exactly. And even 50 is like, that's not really a great sample size. Like, you don't want the bare minimum on something that deals with something like autism and things like that, especially with the increased amount of people who are diagnosed with autism year over year. You don't want just 50 people in your sample size. I mean, look at this, right? I'll read you some of the stuff, right? So my theory about autism is that autism is how normies interpret behaviors, linguistics, and general idiosyncrasies of those who are on the far left or right side of the IQ bell curve. The left side or the low IQ wing is low functioning, and the right side or high IQ wing is high functioning. A combination of internal and external factors lead to the developmental issues from both ends. All humans develop social skills based on trial and error as well as an understanding of effective strategy. High and low IQ individuals learn differently from the average, and because of the stigma of the diagnosis, they're corralled into antisocial or asocial behaviors. Basically, parents and authority figures treat them like retards and strike down any semblance of independence or free thought, which means they're stuck in a loop of doing a song and dance to attain whatever they want or need. Just like how saying please and thank you become almost automatic in a child who's constantly forced to say them, so do the abnormal behaviors. I'm literally just reading off my notes here. These are like rough draft notes and everything like that. I already read the no physical proof of autism thing. If you investigate the personal histories of many autists, you will find that much like certain sexual fetishes, something happened when they were a child that caused them to either underdevelop or to form maladaptive patterns, i.e. Chris Chan being abused by his babysitter at his elementary school, excuse me. Normies aren't that normal in the first place. You can easily manipulate them into behaving like an autist, even if you even need to in the first place. People behave differently depending on mood, relationship with the person they're interacting, setting, and other factors. Try telling a joke around someone who dislikes you and see how they react. They'll probably stonewall your attempt and not even smile, let alone laugh. They may misconstrue your joke as serious or miss the point completely. We don't call them autistic. We might call them rude or annoying or whatever, but that's a personal judgment, not a qualitative assessment that implies they're different biologically. The overdiagnosis of all mental I'm literally reading through the whole thing. I don't want to read through the whole thing. It's just like, if every one of these points, in my opinion, is extremely important, and of course I'm going to feel like they're all important because I'm the one fucking saying them, right? I'm the one who bring them up, right? But um oh yeah, this is a big one. The big problem with all of these hypotheses is the same one that exists with certain economic systems and scientific theories, which is that if someone has an idea and it's proven wrong in practice, the assumption isn't that the idea was wrong, but that you just need more of the idea. You see this a lot with communism, right? It's always not real communism and everything like that. It's always that it was being done wrong, or there just wasn't enough communism, or we just need a little bit more communism and everything's going to work. It's always some bullshit like that. But these ideas should be discarded, but instead they're rammed down everyone's throats. And if you point out how incorrect they are, you're stigmatized. Every year they keep rearranging, adding, subtracting, and redefining whatever they have to in order to keep autism relevant. Remember when Asperger's was a thing? Now it's not. They try tried to slide that out without us noticing. It's not part of the autism spectrum anymore, and sure enough, you never hear about it at all. Apparently, nobody has it anymore now that it's not useful. That's the thing about a spectrum, though, is you can always dodge hard questions by saying, that's just one kind. It's a spectrum, so this other thing can be it also. And then here's another big one, right? Um, I wanted to write down notes, and it kind of turned into like bullet points about like like things that I'm basically going to be saying in the video itself, right? Um, Studies. It's hard to afford more than 40 sample size for most researchers, so they bootstrap the results. Oh yeah, and I figured out recently that I guess there is a replication crisis. A lot of different studies and things like that get published in a bunch of different scientific, psychological, whatever kinds of journals or other publications and stuff like that. I guess a lot of them people don't even try to replicate. Like it's not that they can't even be replicated. It's that most people look and they're just like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's just how it is." And they assume that nobody else has to test it. And because of that, excuse me. And because of that, you can't actually prove that that was not just a fluke or that something didn't go wrong or something like that. And then there's plenty of situations where somebody tries to replicate it, but they simply can't. And with a soft science like psychiatry, there's no way in hell you're going to get the same thing twice. That's why it's called a soft science. A soft science is not a science in the first place. It's something completely different, but that's just what they call it. It's ridiculous. But there's a societal use for stigmatizing anyone who is a little standoffish and unwilling to cooperate with things they find repulsive, especially when they're men. Men see things they dislike and they change them. If you stamp retard on a boy's forehead and groom him to be one, he may fall into one of the two categories, which is the quirky Reddit Chungus autist who behaves weird but is overall harmless, and he makes sure to behave within the bounds of current day morality as a sort of Forrest Gump type guy. Or you could have the rageaholic or you could have the rageaholic danger who needs to be cracked down upon and medicated. Because after all, any resistance to the mistreatment the system doles out is surely a sign of mental unwellness, and we cannot have that. One of them is almost like a pet that you can toy with, and the other is easy to write off whenever he's speaking. I think that's a really important one. Oh, and then autism or any mental disorder, for that matter, is also a great way for new age parents to excuse any shortcomings of their child or themselves. They aren't bad parents. Their son is just autistic. It's not their fault he acts this way, even though they do nothing to try and correct it. They don't owe their son or even the people around them anything, so they don't need to help their son fit in. That's a really big one. Neuroscience isn't soft. It's my favorite. No, it's definitely anything that you cannot prove with a physical test is going to be a soft science. You like, that's just the way it is. There's certain things where you can notice certain differences and stuff like that. And you'll notice that I don't argue with those things. Like, I do believe in sociopathy, psychopathy, and everything like that. You can see physical differences a lot of the time in these people's brains, in the way that their brains work and everything like that. And it's like, that's why I believe it. Plus, they all tend to act pretty much the same way. Just slight differences. But like, when it comes to something like autism, when it comes to something like depression, bipolar, etc., like, people made up a checklist. They made up a list of criteria that if somebody falls into, they're just going to assume that they have something physically wrong with them, even though there's been no physical tests that have been done. I mean, it's like with Ellie. Within 10 minutes of knowing Ellie, this psychologist or psychiatrist, whoever it was, psychologists can't prescribe medication. That's one of the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist. But this psychiatrist was like, you know what, here, have some Zoloft. And it's like, yo, that is about as soft as that science gets. That is about as soft as the science gets. Neuroscience will explode the century, and everything will change in this field. I mean, I hope so, and I hope it changes for the. I hope it changes for the better. I hope it changes for the better. I hope to God it changes for the better. You know, because we need it. We need it to change for the better. We cannot keep doing this bullshit. You know, this bullshit cannot keep happening. Sorry, I'm reading something real quick. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna put that here for now. I got about 20 minutes to go, and I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about. You know, I don't know where to go with this. I started late. We're ending late. You know, I might play some AOE or something like that. I apologize if I seem a little like maybe not low energy, but you know, like I don't know where to go from here. You know, I kind of don't. I'm gonna open up some gay OE. Want to see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, this is a big one, right? Reading the room or social cues is bullshit because if everyone followed social cues, nothing would get done ever. If I walk into a store and see the cashier frown because now they have to do work, is it autistic if I ignore that and shop anyway? One sec, let me turn this down just a little bit as well. A lot of people simply do not speak their minds in a lot of people simply do not speak their minds, instead opting to drop hints and other unclear means of communication. I gotta clean up how this is gonna. I gotta clean up how I'm gonna say this shit. But basically, instead of people telling you what they want, they drop hints and they do like weird fucking bullshit. You know, you're basically expected to be a mind reader, especially with things like dating, where if you over or undershoot the wants of the other person, you're vilified as though you insulted the person's mother. And then I have another one, right? Yo, what's going on, Nico the Raped? How you doing, man? Hell yeah, finally catching a Scott stream tonight. What's the move tonight? I'm about to play a little bit of AOE. I played a couple of games the other day with Taylor and you know, another one of Taylor's buddies. You know, he's kind of my buddy too at this point, but also like, you know, we're just guys that play video games over the internet. I can't really act like, you know, you get what I mean. But what's that called? Hyperfixation on a niche interest is one of the other borderline evil things about an autism diagnosis because it removes passion from the world. Whether it's as grand as engineering or as trivial as Sonic the Hedgehog, it's not the people who are lukewarm about a topic that drive it forward. It's the guys that sit in the underwear they haven't changed in 3 days trying to exhaust all knowledge and possibilities who drive innovation in our society. Steve Jobs was a hack, Steve Wozniak, and the rest are the ones who made Apple what it was. Obviously, not everyone wants to hear about or see every niche interest a person holds, but that's an issue of socialization, not retardation. If you convinced a plumber to sit down and tell you everything he knows about how to plumb, he would sound exactly the same as the guy who memorizes every weird and wacky Harry Potter fact. That's another big one. Up, shit, damn it. All right. Here we go. All right, we're going Kelty boys. We're going some Kelty boys here. Oh wait. Yes, perfect. I cannot stand Nomad. Anytime there's a Nomad map, I'm just like, get the fuck out of my face, man. That's a shame that the camping stream ended. You know, I wanted to send some shit post TTSs and stuff like that. That would have been fun, you know. Enclosed. I'm not a big fan of this map. It's not the worst map that could be. I'm big on arena. I am big on arena, and I don't know if I've gotten a single arena. I think I've gotten one or two. You know, since I started playing this a little bit more on stream. Let's see here.
Start the game already!
I remember some of the things.
Quit touching me! Raiding party!
All right, here we go. Lithuanians. I could get fucked up by these guys, I believe. I'm going to have to really try my best. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Camping stream imploded. Yeah. The camping stream. It's unfortunate that imploded because that was, like I said, I don't really pay that close attention to like anything outside of what's going on Fish Tank, and even with season 5 of Fish Tank, I was still like, you know, not like I wasn't really that invested in season 5 of Fish Tank either. So to see something that is meta Fish Tank that I was like, oh, this actually looks kind of fun, haha. It's unfortunate that that's the way it went down, but you know what you're gonna do. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, we're gonna go here. Oh, wait a second. How many? 6? Okay, cool. So I need one more here, and then I can send somebody to wood. Alright, cool. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked. This guy is already almost 100 ahead of me. It is no bueno. No bueno.
Kia. Raboye.
Oh shit. Get your way the fuck over there. Well, I think you were saying you're liable to be joining a project like the camping stream soon, so I only hope Drake isn't hosting. Nah, I don't know if James Drake would be involved. I don't know who would be involved, you know. I would tell you who it's supposed to be, but I just want to make sure that I'm not I just want to make sure that I'm not gonna, like, you know, spoil anything, you know. I don't think it would be a big deal. I don't think he would be angry at me or anything like that, but, well, it is a he. It is a he. I'll say that much. I don't think he'd be angry at me, but also I don't think he would want anything spoiled as well, because it's very early stages of trying to get some stuff figured out. And, yeah, you know. Oh, yeah, shit, actually.
Kid.
You know what, you two, get your asses over there. What game is this? It looks epic. It's Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. It's like a 30-year-old game practically, but it is very good. I would highly recommend it. I used to play it when I was a kid. I was not that good at it. I am a lot better at it now. I actually I started playing it again because Taylor from PKA, when I was on PKA, he was talking about how he, like, always plays AoE too, and I was like, oh, I had a great time with that game when I was a kid. I don't know, maybe I should play it again, and I started playing with him, you know, and the rest is history. The rest is history. Bitch Tank W with Scott and Greg. It's Bitch Tank 2. This time, no survivors. Bitch Tank 2. Yeah, right, ho. You think anyone's gonna believe you?
Kia.
I'll go there. Just 15. We got more over there. Oh, no, never mind. Look at this fucking idiot. Look at this fucking idiot. I haven't gotten into Age of Empires yet. Oh yeah, like I said, I would highly recommend it, you know?
Kid.
Kid.
Kia. Selgara.
Kia. Bunage.
Selgara.
Forgara.
Come on, baby. Get him. Get his ass. Oh, fuck. I'm fucked now. I'm fucked now.
Kid.
I lost the fucking pill. I am not in good shape. That is no bueno. I'm gonna have to go up at 23 then, I feel like. No, I got no choice. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Get your asses over there. I thought I already... Alright.
Valgara. Rabuga.
I need gold. But there's the gold right there. Okay. This dude definitely clicked up to feudal. He's gonna fuck me up if he does get the feudal age. He's probably gonna early rush is what's gonna happen. 500 food. Oh, we better hurry up then. Alright, there we go.
Airlove. Rabuga.
I don't care. Yeah, feudal age. He's gonna fuck me up. He's gonna early rush. That's probably why he favorited this map, is because, you know, it's an easy early rush victory for him. I got my wall up, which is good, but these guys are not gonna do too hot. Now let's go over this side. See what happens.
Kid Salgara.
Dude, I'm lagging.
Forgara.
Fuck that, actually.
Oh.
No, I'll do.
Airlove. Toe.
Valgara.
Toe.
I want to have to drive these deer like crazy, but I don't know what else to do.
Salgara. Kid Salgara. Kia.
Kia. Salgara.
Airlove. Salgara.
Arlov.
Kart.
Kid. Theodica.
Forgara. Toe. Salgara. Kid.
Fuck.
Kia.
I'm all fucked up. I got the build order fucked. I need to find stone desperately. This is not gonna be my match. I'm definitely gonna get eaten alive.
Airlove. Kia. Toe. Kart. Kid. Forgara. Rabuga.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Kid.
I'm fucking up in the game right now.
Rabuga. Airlove. Rabuga. Rabuga. Boonage. Kia. Boonage.
It just ain't looking good.
Forgara.
It just ain't looking good.
Beat fear.
That is for sure. This is the most epic thing I've ever witnessed. You really enjoy RTS games, huh? Yo, what's going on, Josie Davis 3000? How you doing, man? Or, you know, girl, woman, how you doing? My cat just broke my headphones, so I can't hear you. Would you mind chatting instead? It'd mean a lot. Oh, this is a bullshitter. That's what this is.
Airlove. Fiediga. Kia.
Salgara. 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 Nienega.
Forgara. Fiediga. Fiediga. Fjädiga. Bid 4.
Alright, good. We're going up to Castle Age, but there is no way in hell I'm gonna be able to actually. There is no way in hell I'm gonna actually be able to do my thing here. You know, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Yeah, I'm fucked. What the hell is it? What the hell is this guy doing? Yeah, this ain't good. You know, I mean, hey, I'm gonna try my best, but you know, I am gonna get fucked up. I'm most certainly gonna get fucked up, especially because I feel that if I remember correctly, I think it was the Huns. It was either the Lithuanians or the Huns. They have a very good anti-building special unit. I don't have any military up, and I'm not gonna have it up for a little while. You know. Excuse me. So that's obviously not good.
Kid. Erlov Fjädiga. Bid 4. Kia. Bonage.
Fucking idiots, dude. Have a good night, Scott. Thanks for streaming. Peace out, Zach. Hope you have a good night, man. You know, I know it's late. I've streamed late a couple of times this streamed late a couple of times this week. I appreciate the people who showed up. You know, I appreciate the people who've been showing up. Oh, here we go.
Bid 4.
That's right.
Toe. Bid 4. Toe.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, nah, fucking. I'll just chill here for the last like 3 minutes, you know. Like I said, we're approaching that 2-hour mark. I wondered whether or not I should even bother streaming tonight, but it's like I said, I just really wanted to stream tonight. I do enjoy this. It is a relaxing thing for me, at least when I'm not losing in AOE. It's relaxing. There's a reason I stopped playing AOE for a little while. It's because I was just frustrated with the game, you know. I'm not someone, I don't like fakeness, right? I don't like the fakeness of the world, and all of this like meta bullshit that you see for video games, it just pisses me off. It just makes me it makes me upset, you know, because it's like you're not actually good. And in fact, you know what? Let me show you guys something, right? I wanna show you guys something real quick, because this is something that I actually remember I wanted to show you tonight. I'll show you this and then I'll call it quits. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay. Hopefully this is going to work out. I got to pull up Dick's sword here. Nope. Yes. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Tell me this is gonna work out. Yes, it is going to work out. Okay, so I want to come on, you piece of shit. Okay. So this right here, right? I want you to watch this. All right, we're gonna watch this real quick.
Fable is a wipeout, but watch this.
Oh, the collar drag, yep. My man. Oh my god. What a display of dominance. Oh! Come on, brother. There you go.
What belt does this look like to you? Let me know.
What belt does this look like to you? Fucking, that's a white belt. Maybe it's a low blue belt, right? Maybe this guy is like right on the cusp of becoming a blue belt. And the reason I say that is because if you take a look at this guy, the way he moves is very unrefined, and it's not that it's not athletic, it's just not as athletic as you would expect, even like the heaviest black belt to be able to move, right? There is a lack of dexterity to his movement, and I think what it is what jujitsu has become over the years, which is dudes go to tournaments and they practice one specific sequence. They have a flow chart that they utilize, and they take that flow chart into the tournament and they sink or swim with it. This guy right here, Mr. Whatever color this is, Tan Gi, Mr. Tan Gi, he just happened to swim. That's it. He could have faced a guy who had either a better strategy, or he was just a little quicker off the draw, or he had a strategy that was the antithesis to Tan Gi's strategy, and because of that, he could have got his ass beat. Right? Going to tournaments and doing well isn't even really a measure of how good your jujitsu is anymore. It's a measure of how much time you have spent drilling one specific technique. And I mean, you can make arguments about, well, I mean, they're winning tournaments though. Like, how are you going to argue against any kind of success that is going on? Yeah, like, obviously they're successful at jiu-jitsu tournaments, but consider what these jiu-jitsu tournaments are, right? And consider the way that people treat them today. That is the issue with like a lot of things in the world, and that's why I stopped playing AoE for a while, and that's why I don't put much stock into jiu-jitsu tournaments. I don't care that you won ADCC. I don't care that you won Worlds or Pan Ams or fucking whatever. That does not matter to me. What can you actually do in a real fight? And yeah, sure, jiu-jitsu can translate into a real fight, but there's a reason why most top tier jiu-jitsu guys don't transition into MMA in a serious way. It's because they know that when you get somebody who is actually that well trained, you are not going to have that easy of a time when punches are introduced. You know, and that's another thing when it comes to MMA. It's like, you know, jujitsu guys are like, oh, well, you know what, you think leg locks won't work in a fight? It's like, of course they will. What, you think my jujitsu won't work in a fight because I pull guard? It's like, yeah, maybe if you're fighting a guy who doesn't know how to fight, it's going to work pretty well. That's nothing to brag about. That's the bare minimum of what makes a martial art effective. That is the bare minimum of what you should be trying to do, is to be able to beat up somebody who does not know what you're doing and does not know how to defend it. If you can't do that, there's something seriously, seriously wrong. And if you can do that, you don't get a round of applause from anybody who actually knows what they're doing. You know, you're supposed to be doing that, right? And it's just ridiculous the way these guys who, like, that's all they do is they go to a tournament and they practice. Like, what was this, right? Like, good for this guy for winning his match, you know, but like, you're gonna see, he goes in right for that trip right away, bang, hits it, and then hits the loop choke right after. He absolutely, positively, 1,000,000% was drilling that exact sequence. It's a little too convenient where he goes for the cross grip, which I actually usually tell people not to bother with. He hits the trip, and then he goes for the loop choke right away. And then when he doesn't get it, he starts trying to entangle the legs, right? Like, let's see what else he knows how to do, is really what I'm saying. Let's see what else he's good at before we sit here like, dude, that guy's not a white belt. It's like, at most, he's a blue belt. Not even any stripes. Not even any stripes. Just a baby blue belt is what he is. That's it, you know? Let's see what else he's good at before we start talking about, well, you know, maybe he was sandbagging a little, or I don't know, maybe he's just really gifted and he really is like good at what he's doing and everything like that. I didn't see anything that implies that this dude's actually that good at grappling as a whole. And that's kind of what I mean in terms of like something like AoE and things like that. You know, I'm not even good at AoE. I have one move. I gave into the whole meta thing and I got really good at a castle rush as early as I could possibly manage it, you know. But with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate the hell out of that. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next. The UFC card tomorrow is not that compelling, so I don't know if I'm going to stream for it. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I'll be honest with you, probably not. I most likely will not. Yeah, you know, thank you everybody for tuning in. I feel like I might have said that already, but if not, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will talk to you guys later. Until next time. Peace out.
Suck Sullivan, don't mess with his load, or you will get undone. Spinning round and round, bleeding on the ground. Scotty Rocker, laundry killer, no remorse in this beamer. Fabric assassin, hood cleaner, coming for your Rasta queen. Rape on the washing machine, no use to fight back. MMA, knock your nigga head like a KKK. Hush your nigga mouth if you can't walk the talk. Smokes. Me running really, really fast. Ginger eye round the back of me black ass. Chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Closing inch by inch, got me in a pinch. Modern day Scotty Rocker laundry lynch. Assassin, hood cleaner, coming for your Rasta queen. Rape on the washing machine, no use to fight back. MMA, knock your nigga head like a KKK. Hush your nigga mouth if you can't walk the talk. Smoke. Me running really, really fast. Ginger eye on the back of me black ass. Chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Closing inch by inch, got me in a pinch. Modern day Scotty Rocker laundry lynch. Chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Oh, close, smoke. Me running really, really fast. Ginger eye on the back of me black ass. Chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Closing inch by inch, got me in a pinch. Modern day Scotty Rocker laundry lynch. Or you will get turned out. No, 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 no. Suck Sullivan, don't mess with his load, or you will get undone. Spinning round and round. your Rasta queen. Rape on the washing machine. No use to fight back. MMA. Knock your nigga head like a KKK. Hush your nigga mouth if you can't walk the talk. Smokes. Me running really, really fast. Ginger eye round the back of me black ass. Chasing me like a devil. Pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Closing inch by inch. Got me in a pinch. Modern day Scotty Rock a laundry lynch. No use to fight back. MMA. Knock your nigga head like a KKK. Hush your nigga mouth if you can't walk the talk. Smoke. Me running really, really fast. Ginger eye on the back of me black ass. Chasing me like a devil, pot belly of the beast. Calling me a dickhead, there is no resist. Closing inch by inch. Got me in a pinch. Modern day Scotty Rock a laundry lynch. Chasing me